All right, let's talk about bonding. This is, of course, the even-numbered year, the short session, so to speak, supposedly dedicated principally to bonding. Every year, it turns out there are other things to talk about, which is good because we've got an hour to fill here. But it is true that bonding is a priority. And maybe we'll start with you, Representative Hansen. Let's talk about the bonding bill. Tell us what was going on in the House today and how you see that unfolding.
Well, I think there's always a strong support for higher education investment, and there's something we use acronyms in the legislature, HEAPR, which is kind of the ongoing asset preservation that's there. I think that's something that people agree with, that, you know, whether it's the University of Minnesota or
air conditioning systems, heating system, roofs, sidewalks, yada, yada, yada.
Bathroom upgrades,
right.
So that the legislature is not voting on this roof, on this. I mean, it just goes into the pool and is prioritized within the university and the MnSCU or the State College and University system. So I think you're going to see asset preservation, but you also have big asks that come in for other things. Now, in the environment area, we have asset preservation needs with if you think about the physical plant of the Department of Natural Resources. Our state parks, we have a lot of old buildings there. We have a lot of the same type of things. So we have asset preservation needs through natural resources as well, not just the colleges. That's something we don't think about a lot. We have in front of us also ranging from dam repair to other physical structures that are out there that are in the environmental area. And then going to the pheasant plan and some of the water quality issues, there's a conservation reserve enhancement program where the state puts in dollars for the Reinvest in Minnesota, if we bond for that leverages federal dollars for long-term easements for wildlife, water, and conservation. So those are some things. I'm not sure if they're going to rise to the top because it goes back to the overall budget and a transportation bill. If there's not agreement on a transportation bill, I think you go into the bonding world with transportation and we start doing projects there. And then that pushes away things. I think traditionally you've still always had higher education as a component that will be there, but if transportation takes a bigger bite of the bonding bill, then other things get pushed away. I was asked on an earlier panel today what some folks thought it might be over $1 billion. Some folks thought it might be under $1 billion. My prediction is we'll probably have about $800 million on capital investment bonding, but we'll spend more than $1 billion, so there'll be some cash in there so that you guys won't have spent $1 billion in debt on capital projects. You could say you went home with $800,000, but you spent more than $1 billion, but it was cash, so it's okay.
Senator, your thoughts on the bonding bills?
There's going to be a bonding package, capital investment, that gets passed this year. Everyone is saying, Governor, leaders of all four caucuses are saying, yes, we're going to do that this year. The part of the challenge is going to be the budget forecast estimates, and I'm pulling these numbers out of the dark recesses of my brain. They might not be exact, but the budget forecast assumed about an $823 million bonding bill in the bonding year, and 220 in the off year, and we've already done more than the 220. We've done 260 or 270 or something like that. So we're already eating away at what's budgeted for this year's bonding bill. And the governor's looking at 1.4. There's requests for 2.5 or whatever the number is.
I think we heard a number last week that if you add up everything, it comes to north of $4 billion. But
I believe it.
Right.
So we'll see something, but the question is, how big is it going to be? And if we go beyond those numbers that were budgeted in the forecast, we're eating into the next budgets for the next 20 years. So all of that has to get balanced in amongst the other things, transportation, what is one-time money, what do we borrow for?
Mm-hmm. Representative Vogel, your thoughts?
Well, I'm on the bonding committee as well, and coming at it from a financial standpoint and looking at what we have there already, what I've noticed is that the annual payments have gone up significantly. Sometime back around 2008, they took off the cap on the percentage of the revenue that can be used for bond payments. Since that time, from what I can determine, the payments have gone up from like $400 million a year to maybe $750 million this year. So we've had a tremendous amount in the amount of revenue now that's being used for bond payments opposed to other things. So I think, first of all, we really have to be careful on how much that amount is. And coming at it from a financial person's perspective, you would say, how much can I reasonably expect to be able to spend or afford to pay? And then you back into, unfortunately, not being able to do everything you want, but at least those things that you can. I was on the bus tour. I spent 13 days on a bus this August through October, and saw a lot of stuff, and came to the realization that the state has a lot of stuff. And infrastructure always causes overhead, and we have a lot of overhead, and I think the decision also has to be made then, first and foremost, at least from my perspective, is we have to fix the overhead we have. We cannot allow our buildings and our facilities to go into disrepair. So when you combine that with the amount that you can probably afford to pay and not encumber future generations so that we're doing something to them that we shouldn't, you start zeroing in on it's really going to be difficult, especially if you think about building anything new. Because there are so many needs there to just repair what we have within the constraints of what I think is prudent spending, which would be the payments we're going to have to make going into the future.
Something new we're seeing are some immediate repair requests. For example, the Science Museum. Now, we think of the Science Museum as being the new Science Museum, or at least we tend to think of it. But there's
if we're of a certain age, that's what we think. Right.
But there are problems. That there were problems with the contractor. There were problems with the building falling apart and water intrusion. And it's a huge price tag, what, $27 million, I think? And so what do you do if you've got a flawed building, and it's a flawed building, and you've got water going in? How do you let that go on? You've got bridges that have got cracks in them. In my district, we've got a state highway that's torn up, halfway completed, Robert Street, but it's a state highway.
Highway 3.
So, it's...
I take that when 35E is hopelessly bollocksed up. So,
and I bet it's a bit bumpy.
It is, yes, it's a problem.
So everybody's got those things where they're going and saying, I need this fixed. But then we have those immediate issues, public safety issues, but also the Science Museum is one that, that building, this quickly, having problems, I think that's going to... We have to do some things in bonding this year to try to make sure that those things don't happen again. Otherwise, they're going to end up in your court.
Yeah, I think that building is less than 10 years old, I think, isn't it? Or maybe
going on 20.
Is it going on 20? Okay, all right, well, time flies. All right, so we'll have more to say about bonding, maybe even before our program's done, but this, I think we've identified the issues.